Hello everyone, today we're going to make a butternut mac and cheese. To make it, we're going to use a 13-ounce package of whole wheat rigatonis. You need 3.5 cups or approximately 1.5 pounds of fresh butternut squash, or today we're going to use frozen. You need 2 3/4 cups of milk, 8 ounces of Gruyere or Swiss cheese or a combination of the two, 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, 8 slices of bacon. We're going to use Morningstar Farms bacon strips. We're going to need 2 onions diced up into good sized chunks. You're going to need 1.5 cups of breadcrumbs. Today we're going to use Panko Flakes for our breadcrumbs. We use Panko Flakes because they have a lot less sodium than breadcrumbs do. And you're going to need 2 tablespoons of butter. We're going to use some nutmeg and a little no salt seasoning and black pepper, and a little bit of olive oil to saute the onion when it's time. So let's get started. The first step in making this is to go ahead and get your pasta started and cook your pasta according to the directions on the package.
In a large pot, add 2.5 cups of milk over medium-high heat. Add your butternut squash. Give it a quick stir and bring it to a boil. Once you brought it to a boil, you want to reduce your heat to medium and let it simmer for a couple minutes until the butternut squash is tender, stirring occasionally. If you're using fresh butternut squash, cooking times will be anywhere from 20 to 25 minutes more. To tell if it's tender, you take a fork, take one of the squash, pierce it, and if it goes through easily, it's ready. While you're waiting for your squash to become tender, you want to take your flour, add your 4th cup of milk, and you can mix it with a whisk, or you can cover it like what we're doing here and shake it up. Shake vigorously until you have no lumps. Once your squash is tender, you want to add your milk and flour slurry into the mixture. You want to keep stirring until it becomes thickened. And remember to keep stirring until it thickens. While your butternut squash mixture is thickening, this would be a good time to add your seasonings. We're adding some low salt seasonings in here. Some black pepper. And a little bit of nutmeg. Once your mixture has thickened, now is the time to add the cheese. And we're going to do ours in a couple of batches. So in goes the first batch, basically half the cheese. Mix it in. Once our first batch is melted, we're going to add our second batch of cheese. And keep stirring over low heat until all the cheese is melted. Once your cheese is melted, take it off the heat and set aside. In a separate skillet, add some olive oil over medium-high heat. Add a little more olive oil in there. Add your onions. Give this a mix. And we're going to spread this out. And we're going to cover this and cook them until they're tender, stirring occasionally.
While your onion is cooking, at this time we can take our bacon strips, lay them out on the plate, and then cook them according to the directions on the package.
Okay, we're going to just check on our onion for a quick bit. You can see they're starting to get nice and tender. You want to continue cooking them until they become completely tender. Quick shake and cover it for a few more minutes. Alright, once your onions are nice and caramelized, you should have this nice dark brown color. They're ready. So you can take these off the heat and set them aside.
Once your bacon is done cooking, you want to make sure you get it cooked till it's crispy, because you need to break it up and just crumple it up into little pieces. Okay, now it's time to assemble all of our ingredients. We have our cooked pasta in a large bowl. We're going to add our squash and cheese mixture. After you add your cheese mixture, just fold them together till you get the cheese well distributed amongst the pasta. And now we're going to add our onions. And then our crumbled up bacon strips. And mix this all together. This would also be a good time to make sure you have your oven started and preheat it to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. Once you have all your ingredients mixed up, it should look something like this. And now that we have that done, it's time to put it into a baking dish. You're going to take a large baking dish and have it sprayed with non-stick cooking spray, and we're going to pour our mixture into the baking dish. Once you have it in your baking dish, just kind of even it out, spread it around, and now we're ready to prepare our breadcrumbs for the top. Okay, we've taken and melted our 2 tablespoons of butter, and then we're going to add our 1.5 cups of breadcrumbs to it and mix it up. Try to get the butter all spread out amongst the breadcrumbs. Okay, once you have your butter and your breadcrumbs all mixed up, it should look something like this. And now it's time to spread it out on the mac and cheese. Just try and sprinkle it across everything and try to make a nice even layer. Okay, after we have our breadcrumbs all spread out on top, it should look something like this. You're going to put it into a 425 degree oven for 15 or 20 minutes until it is nicely browned on top. Thanks for watching.
We hope you enjoyed our video.
If you did, please subscribe.
And feel free to leave a comment below. Bye!
Bye!